guess we learned one thing from the whole Mayor Barry episode. No one throws a party like the FBI. Huh? Woo! Cocaine in the front room, Alan Thunt in the back. Great to see Alan working again. Huh?
I just did a week in Atlantic City. That's the worst. As people have just all lost their houses gambling in the audience. So.
Always a celebrity in front. My personal favorite in the last year had to be Captain Hazelwood. Exxon Valdez, Skipper. I love this guy. His original story, he was not drunk when the accident occurred. He only began drinking after the damage was done. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is how it happened. Apparently, he looked over the edge and surveyed the damage and said, well, gee whiz, hey, we're not going anywhere else tonight. Fuck it, let's have a drink, sure. Hey, we'll be nice and loose when the Coast Guard gets here. What do you say? Come on, there's gonna be forms.
The one thing you learn in this business, you learn to hate the public.
Do you really?
Oh. You really?
I really want to watch what this guy's going to do. I hate to interrupt you, but...
Welcome to Wise Guys, you guys. Like I say, I'm Tom Hugel. I'm your host for the evening. And I got a question before I came up here out in the lobby. And I thought I'd answer that up on stage for you. Now, no, I didn't play Tommy Bradford from 8 Is Enough. Your first performer, she's a very funny lady. She's worked clubs all over the country, and she can be seen on HBO's Comedy Channel every once in a while. A big round of applause for Coco Lee.
Thank you. Big hand for MC tonight. Doing a good job.
Yeah, I usually open the show, but when I have guys like Tommy, Tom's one of the young guys in town who I've been working with quite a bit, and he's got a lot of potential. So I like to give him an opportunity to get up on stage as often as possible in front of a real audience. As we call Saturday night audience, a real audience. And let him stretch his wings a little bit, see what he's got. To bring that energy level up a little bit. You do it with the material, you're hitting them pretty good. But you can hit them harder if you speak up just a little bit. Okay. I don't want you to be something that you're not. You're not a boisterous person, but you still need to get your point across. You need to hit them a little bit harder. That's what's going to do it. Wise guys. I'm sending him out on some weekends and some one-night stands, and he's doing extremely well. He's really building a solid following for himself in the college market. I sent him to some colleges, and the reports have been very solid coming back, very strong, very positive.
Yeah, but Dr. Ruth says to the ladies, you must teach your mate to find the special spot. Yeah, find that special spot. My husband can't find his keys.
Tom's going to do another 5 when he goes up. They seem to be pretty receptive. A lot of new faces in here tonight.
So, how's that crowd compared to, like, last night or the other nights?
They're about the same as last night.
What does that mean?
They need a little something. I'm not sure what it is.
You need to tell me it's all about down away from it, so like that.
I work as a headliner, which means usually I'm a substantially stronger act than the opening act. So even if I'm following a sort of a dirty act, usually people I'm following are not particularly, are a bit more developing acts, and we're all developing, but it's hard to follow a sexually oriented act if they're funny, but usually they're not. So, you know. But if you follow someone who's funny and talks about and sort of dirty, it's hard to get an audience's focus back onto more mundane considerations.
more set of impressions. This is it's kind of a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz. And, done? Kind of a spin-off of The Wizard of Oz. And the cast of characters are Katharine Hepburn is Dorothy. Robin Leach is the Cowardly Lion. The Tin Man is played by Bill Cosby. The Scarecrow is Jack Nicholson. And Jimmy Stewart is the Wizard of Oz. And this is them at the door of the castle trying to get in. Okay?
Hey, this kid's killing me.
It breaks my heart.
Hey, this great young kid. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I was a little uptight because I knew we were rolling tape in the back.
What is this great young kid's name?
I don't know, I didn't catch it.
No. Tom Hugel. Like Bugle.
But
With
Bob's
an
not
H.
going to have that problem.
Are you kidding me? I've never felt better. Just let me at him.
I am the great and powerful Oz. Yeah, that's it. Oh, holy mackerel, I'm the wizard. Well, listen, before we get started,
Excuse me.
we each want to come back here.
This is them at the door of the castle trying to get in.
How long has this kid been on?
I don't know, he did 15 before me.
No, he did 11 and a half. Give him credit for that.
And it is great to give us the chocolate cake.
Well, I peeked 2 minutes ago. Kid's doing his album.
Hey, he's cutting an album, as a matter of fact.
He's not going to be a great young kid by the time he gets off.
Be off in 2 minutes.
Oh, why don't you eat me?
Timing is everything, and
Except for Tom Hugel.
Boy, good crowd.
Hope that means he's done.
This gentleman is from Washington, D.C. His commentaries are featured 3 times
A lot
a
of
week on
places they would
Washington
say
radio and public
headline,
TV.
but not Tom
He was
Hugel.
recently featured on Showtime Comedy Club Network. A big round of applause for Bob Summerby.
Yeah, one more time for Tom Hugel, shall we? Tom Hugel, there we go. Tom Hugel. Well, one more time for Coco Lee. Let's not forget Coco Lee. One time for this guy with a camera. What do you say? Come on, we don't even know who he is. We're frightened. We're frightened of this man. How you doing? You sound frankly indecisive. Listen, the manager should say good. What is your name, sir? Steve, you from Syracuse? And what do you do here, Steve? Sales manager. There you go. So you manage the sales. Yeah. And how are the sales coming? What do you sell?
Food products.
Food products. It was food until your company got a hold of it. And then it became something we call food products. And what would a food product be? Let's get to know Steve for 1 minute, shall we? I think we're all afraid of Steve now.
I had principally been a teacher in Baltimore City Schools. So that I was no longer doing, well, actually I was still teaching. I had been in and out a couple of times. I'd done other things, but I was still actually teaching when I first started doing open mic.
so it's a form of stand-up, I guess, in a way. They're teaching
5 shows a day plus homeroom.
Well, today was a beautiful day. Whew, wasn't it? Tell the truth, today was beautiful. This was gorgeous. That pool at my hotel today, packed. I'm telling you, we got to the hotel and Wednesday, And they say, we're going to give you rooms right over the pool. Except the hotel is packed full of kids. So all week, all day long, we're hearing, Mother, look at me. Look at me, Mother, Mother, look at me. Mother, 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 look at me, Mother. I'm leaning out the window, will you look at that fucking kid?
I do a lot of consumer, I do a lot of political if possible, depending on the audience. You essentially would not know there were two genders if you listen to my act. I mean, I don't talk much about sex and all that stuff that people talk about. I don't talk about that.
Right.
So yeah, that's, pretty much what I do.
Well, the big crime after the last year, of course, the war on drugs. And, a little hysteria in the war on occasion, let's be honest. I live in Maryland, right outside D.C., and our governor has a brilliant proposal. He has suggested anyone in Maryland caught using illegal drugs will have to forfeit all state-issued licenses, including any fishing or crabbing licenses. Yeah. So we've really got the heavy user on the run now. I think you all know how fishing and drug use go together every time. Hey, Bill, take the pipe. I think I've got a big one. Oh, man. Woo, it doesn't get better than this. President Bush spent his first, 2 years in office telling us the nation's #1 problem was kids using drugs. And then we got to know his family a little better. And turned out our biggest problem was kids running savings and loans. Neil Bush, Silverado, $1 billion gone. God, can you imagine losing $1 billion? I mean, think what that means. You have to lose $1 million 1,000 times. Right? I mean, at some point, don't you say to yourself, I'm really not good at this business. This is no slump. I am terrible at this.
There used to be 6 cereals, weren't there? Now you're an expert.
There were 6, weren't there? Yeah, of course, you learned that in food product school. 6.
Example.
Batman cereal. Movies become cereal. Well, this is for the kids. I'm waiting for those Fatal Attraction flicks. This is kind of sweet. Finally figured out what this logo was all about. This is what the kids' front teeth will look like. Look at that, goddamn you! Look at that! You can see it 2 ways. Now look at that! We don't even know who this man is. We're frightened.
Well, there's some stuff I threw away in the past that I wish so much I'd held on to. For example, strawberry shortcake cereal. That was out around '85, and I hadn't realized yet anything unusual you have to keep in case you think of a joke for it later. And now I have Dunkin' Donuts, I have ice cream cone cereal, I have Cookie Crisp, and every kind of dessert. But I threw away the strawberry shortcake.
It'll never come back.
Wish I had it back.
I love the slogans that are completely meaningless. Best example of that, Kellogg's Raisin Bran. 2 scoops in every package. So again, if that's true, apparently in this one you pretty much get nothing but raisins. Hello? What do you get, like 1 fucking flake in here? Oh yeah. Very precise unit of measure. The scoop, yeah. The gram, the meter, and the scoop. The 3 basic metric measures. Let me show you the extent they go to get you to buy this junk that nobody wants. A couple years ago, God knows why, Quaker came out with Corn Bran. And nobody bought it. So they said, uh-oh, we had better change the name. So they brought it out a second time as Crunchy Bran. Crunchy Bran. Still nobody bought it. They have just brought it out for the 3rd time. It's back in your stores. Check it out. You know what they're calling it this time? That's right. Crunchy Cornbread. Will somebody buy this fucking cereal, please? Put these people out of their misery. Don't make them name this again. They're not taking no for an answer on the cornbread. They made a shitload of them, okay? Hey, my time's up. Thanks, viewers. Good luck with the mosquito.
Your reactions on the show.
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought it was fun. I especially liked the last guy.
What really struck you about his act?
Probably because it's very true to life. And I think he also kind of talks as he's just on a one-to-one instead of a, No, I liked it. It was fun.
I thought it was very good.
What brings you out to a place like this rather than another club or a movie or
Just something different. Nice change.
And people who are...
What a dandy time we had, eh, folks?
Yep. What's your next work?
I'm doing some local stuff in New Jersey, and then I got a week in Boston, and then working in Danbury, Connecticut, and I'm not sure where I'm going after that.
So what now? What do you do after?
Well, I'm going to go to Benningham's. I have a friend that I actually know who lives in Syracuse. Going to go out and have the chicken sandwich. The traditional post-show chicken sandwich.
Tell them a couple of bad jokes they can take home with them. They think I'm a comedian. When in essence, just a schmooze. That's it. Just a schmooze.
Your dad ever did this? My dad would look at me and go,
Jerry Johnson, David Wendt.
My husband is a great guy, but he's got this damn ego problem. He keeps telling me that he's quite a catch. Yeah, I don't know. State law says smaller than 6 inches, you really got thrown back.
But you know what the rates are? They're like 20%, and then the average rate is 19.5%. That's high, isn't it? Steve! Say, yes it is, Johnny. Thanks, Bob.